everyone, welcome to the studio today. Today we're going to do another henna draw with me. I would guess I would call this a mandala. It's just something that I kind of made up, but it's got a lot of different henna design elements in it. So let's get started. This is one that I previously drew. We're going to use gel pens today, so I'm going to draw the one that we're going to do today in color. So we'll set this aside. The furnace is running. We did have some warm weather, but apparently winter is back, and I don't think she's going to be leaving anytime soon. So you're going to hear the furnace running and probably the wind blowing and things like that in the background. So I apologize. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the center, which is these little circles, and I'm going to do them in this brownish color. Kind of like a tan color. So you're going to do a center circle, and we'll color that in. And then you're going to draw another circle around that circle. Doesn't matter if it's not perfectly centered. That's pretty good there. And then another one around that one. I want to keep this one kind of close. So you have something that starts out like that. Grab another color here. So the humps around the outside of that, and you could do this in any colors you want. I'm just grabbing random colors. You want them to be more elongated and not as short. So you're going to do longer ones. And I start somewhere in the middle and I just go up and around like this. And you're going to do that all the way around your circles. Try to keep them as even as possible. So you're going to have something that looks like this. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to outline or go around those circles with the little humps that I was just telling you about. So we're going to do smaller little bumps or little humps, we call it. Let's see, what color do I want to grab that in? Do them in green. So you're just going to go, I try to go in between the ones that I just did so they're not directly on top of each other. So you have something that looks like that. And then in the center of each one of those, take this dark blue, we're going to do these little dots. These type of drawings or designs, if you want some ideas of what to do with them, they're great for if you watched my glass tinning video. You can use them on that, on doing some glass tinning. I've used them to decorate birthday cards and things like that. So they're, you know, or you can just hang them on your wall and decorate your room. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do these big like petals. I have a dog that's itching over there too, so if you hear her, you know, apparently filming time means it's time for her to itch because she seems to do that every time I start filming. So we're gonna do these like big petals, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 6 of them. So start in your center. So you have something that looks like this. And then in the center of each one of those, we're going to do bigger dots and fill them in, or circles. So you have something that looks like this. And then on the outside of each of those, we're going to put like little, look like parentheses. More design elements that you put into your drawing, the more elaborate it looks, even though you're just doing simple things like this. And then in between each of those, let's put some green in here. You're going to do like a half circle, but leave yourself enough room to do a design element in the center of that. So I'm going to do like a half circle here. Circle here. I'm just going to go all the way around. And each of those half circles we're going to do, actually we'll do a double half circles. So we're going to do another line around this. So you have something like that. And then in the center of our little circles here, we're going to do some swirls. Our little half circles here, just to add another design element in there. So you have something that looks like this. Okay, darker. This one color. Okay, now what we're gonna do is, see how we had our leaves here? So we're gonna do bigger leaves, more elongated ones, kind of like an onion dome type shape right here. You have something that looks like this. And then what we're going to do in the center of each of those, and you can still use the same color or you can switch, I'm just going to stick with the same color, is you're going to put a curve like this. So you have a leaf that looks like that, or a petal. I find it's easier to turn the paper when I'm doing this too. So you have something that looks like this. And then in the center of each of those, we're just going to do curved lines like this. Shows up on camera. So you have something that looks like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the center of these, even though they're not in my original picture, just so these petals right here can stand out a little more. next thing we're going to do in between these is we're going to do half circles also. So pick up this really dark blue again. And you want a design element here, so make sure you leave room for that. Something that looks like that. In the center of each of those, we're going to do the big dots again. On the outside again, we're going to do like those elongated humps around your half circles here, so nice elongated humps. I'm going to do bigger ones than the center ones we did. It takes a lot of practice to do these and keep them as even as possible. Something that looks like this. And then on the end of each one of those, red. You're just going to do little dots. To the center here, you're going to do a bigger one, and then little ones again. pens keep running out. Try this one. Exactly in the center. Let's see if we can do better over here. Okay, so I'm going to put my center one in first, since I messed that first one up. There, now. See, you learn from your mistakes. Even I still learn from mistakes. Also, in these kind of designs, if it's something that you're doing on a card or something, and you make a mistake like that, just a little bit of whiteout, you can erase your mistake and then go back and correct it. Whiteout is a wonderful thing. This kind of reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to decorate probably when I was in 2nd grade. Wait, I even think I did it in 1st grade too. But I used to decorate. Back then we didn't have book covers and stuff. We had to make our own with paper bags. And I used to decorate my books by doodling on them and doing things like this. And apparently I haven't stopped. Because I'm still doodling and making things like this. Okay. I don't like how these aren't showing up, so I'm going to try a darker, these little lines here. I'm going to try a darker color and make them show up. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. There, I made those a little darker and a little thicker so they show up better. Okay, Now what I'm going to do is these thicker lines, these extra lines that I made right here. So it's got like this open space. I'm going to fill that in too. That makes our design stand out a little more. Kind of scribbling them in real quick, but just to give you the idea. You'll see that a lot in henna when they're actually using the henna plant and they're doing henna tattoos on somebody's hand or arm. They'll draw two lines with the henna right next to each other, and then they'll fill in between to make it a thicker line. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some vine-like detail just to give it a little bit more design to it. So I'm just gonna add some swirls anywhere. Actually, I like this side. So we're just gonna do like a big swirl here. Maybe another big one over here. Maybe one that kind of follows that around and swirls up here. And then do another one over here. Just kind of gives it more of a design to it. There we go. Okay, we're going to call that good right there. And there we have it. Our henna design. Mandala. Thank you for joining me in the studio today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and comment down below and let me know what you think of my videos. See you in the next video.